There we go. Friday morning. More stars. And the glow of Sherwoodish. Could be a city. I think the weatherman's lying again. In the last 20 minutes, I watched it drop 2 degrees. It was 35 when I got up. So, yeah. Means it's going to be a little chillier. Might just get a little frost on stuff if it isn't already, actually. Hard to believe how much traffic you can hear around here this early. I mean, it's 5:30 in the morning, but then, well, I used to get here at 5:30 in the morning or 6 in the morning from half hour, 45 minutes away. I know what the traffic was. It wasn't bad, though. Not like it was last night. Becky and I went in and looked at toolboxes at Lowe's and Home Depot and grabbed dinner while we were in town. I don't know how you can get that much traffic stuffed in one spot. I mean, not all these people went to work at the same time in the morning. Can't be all going home at the same time in the morning. And freaking take the fastest animal in the world couldn't cross the highway anywhere without getting run over from both directions. No gaps anywhere. Oh well, no, we did not get a toolbox. Becky is still looking and thinking, and my looking and thinking is about worn out. Because all of the new tops, Craftsman had them out way quite a few years ago. The one in the service truck that's in the side compartment, I bought one and literally cut it. They'll have the drawers will be this high, and then instead of having a lid like this, sideboard comes up literally 10 inches or better with a fancy lid that the whole lid comes up, but it's open. Well, it'll be down to like here, down to the floor level in the top. And they put the little plug-in thing in. I mean, I understand why everybody's going to that, because you don't have mechanics that are keeping this stuff in the top of their toolbox anymore. They're keeping that stuff and that stuff and their computer in the top of the toolbox. That's why they put a plug-in in. I don't need that. I got a place for that. And besides that, for all that and those chargers, I'd have to have a box from the freaking refrigerator to the drill press if you were to fit all that in those things and have any room left. Anyway, that's my gripe for this morning. I mean, I understand why everybody's going to them, but Jesus Christ, leave the real working man something they can use. I took a expensive Craftsman box and literally took the chop saw to it so I could use it in a service truck. It was cheaper than buying those fancy service boxes, which, hey, if I had a couple grand to blow at the time, I could have done that. I didn't. I wasted a couple $100. I made a box that works, and I've gabbed too much already. So, yeah, see what today brings. We already know we're shipping calves, and Maury's supposed to be here with their animals. In the meantime, I'm going to stay in here for a little bit where it's warm, think with something or think about something. You got too much for this morning. Hey, light's still on. But look at that. And all the damn chemtrails. I think those are leftovers, because Thursday's chemtrail day, right? That's what I've noticed the last couple of years. Becky noticed yesterday, when the few spot times you could see through the clouds, that the sky was full of chemtrails. Yeah, even up here you can see them. Probably some of that stuff the FDA just passed that little Billy Gates wants everybody to get. Just give it to you without your knowledge or consent. On the ground. Maury helped me with that this morning. And focus. Probably won't focus on this. That's what I got for now. It's the two halves of the outer piece cut down. I wedged a piece of plastic between the wires and the electrodes. Put the zip tie on the end to hold them where they needed to be. Filled the two halves full of epoxy, which was actually the very last of my JB weld. And used my fancy zip tie tool because it pulls those up a lot tighter than you can by hand without breaking them. Suck them up tight. It's going to sit here. And I'll probably work on it tomorrow. I might leave the zip ties on there. Just cut them off flush and epoxy over them. And I want to epoxy probably down to about here to help stiffen it. Keep that from coming apart. And if the zip ties are still on there, that's definitely going to help. And fill in around them and fill in the middle. I held back so I can get focus. There's grooves around both electrodes. So basically what you see, and of course, yeah, it's off a little. Go figure. Time I got everything tight and pulled it, figured it would. It'll be epoxy about to my fingernail. Hey, you want some? Good, yummy. So anyway, that's what's going on with that. And Ty and Maury's critters are in the tub waiting for George. George should be here hour and a half, give or take. So on to other things. Here's Ty and Maury's that they're shipping.
The sweetest one is that one, 41. And 42. 42 is a sweet one. She's a little sweet.
Those two.
37.
She's
see you next Tuesday.
Biatch. Good looking cow though. They're all good looking. Calves are good looking. Cows are good looking.
Come here, you want luppies? Come here.
They're kind of a dirty barn.
Come here.
That and half their pasture's probably straight mud.
Oh.
And there's ours waiting. And George is running a little late this morning. He hauled a bunch of cattle home that he had on leased ground yesterday and had his boy help him, and his boy says, "You screwed my day up, I'm screwing your day up." So he had to take a piece of rental equipment back for him this morning. The only problem was he wasn't done using it last night. So currently George is right at an hour late, but he should be coming in the driveway any minute. And then we can get him loaded up. He'll still be home in time for dinner. And the neighbor let all the volunteer oats grow, and they planted crimson in that. He got the oats sprayed out the other day. Now he's worried he might have to spray a bunch of stuff for mold and mildew later.
And yes, I mentioned already.
So what?
I mentioned already.
Oh yeah, the wind's been blowing from the crap that's planted out here, so she's itchy, feeling great. She had one of them cows nail her last night, so her knee's just feeling wonderful today.
I broke my kneecap.
So anyway, this is how the day's going. Hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait. I'm not going to complain because I'm still not going down to Eugene today.
These are new boots.
Yeah, her brand new boots split open. Isn't that nice? She won't have another pair for another week. Go figure. But anyway, hey, if you're going to run down to Eugene auction and pick up some decent animals, and I mean, none of them are slouches either. They're just small because they were late calves. One of them Mom had on the keep list, but she didn't look quite look at the weights right.
It's here.
Oh,
That found your
hey,
itchy
I
spot.
told you he'd be here any minute.
That found your
Get you some Blakely. She wasn't going to be here today, but she is because Brooke had a doctor's appointment and some errands to run. It was just easier. So, having lunch with my bestest, huh? Is that right? Is that right? Huh? 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 It's not your phone. It's my phone. Okay. For those of you that just enjoy seeing her every night you can, there she is. Well, last time it didn't fire, but it hadn't unplugged in very long. Where the temperature gauge is. She might hesitate a little, but she should fire right up. Well, I put the drawer deals in it. They can sit there and chill. This one's got a little wrinkle. It'll come out of it eventually. Kind of nice they come with them. Some of them don't. But scratching heads. Actually, the least expensive chest around right now is, for its size, is Craftsman S2000 series. It's a Series 2000. The red ones are 24.5 inches tall and 40.5 inches long. The black ones are 41 inches long and 28 inches tall. The red ones are 16 inches deep. The black ones are 18.5 inches deep. That is 18.5 inches deep, or 18 inches deep. I'm not going to worry about a 1/4 inch. It can hang out the back. I don't give a damn. Or actually, let it hang out the front a little, and it, protects the front a little bit. That leads us to this. The short box, when closed, will come to right here, bottom of that light, which will block all that stuff, which, no big deal. But we have a shelf over the top. It may or may not open with the shelf there. It may, going by that height, it may clear this. Maybe. It'd be close. That's the smaller one, so I could actually even shift forward and give you more room. The bigger one, the black one, which both are the exact same price. Both of them are $308 at Ace Hardware. Newberg Ace Hardware is supposed to have one of them. I don't remember which one. Instead of being here at 28 inches tall, it's here. Puts it right there. So, the thought going through the mind now is, most of that stuff's going to go in a toolbox anyway. Should have always been, but when you're out of room, you're out of room. And most of what's behind that one, all that crap up there, I wanted to do something different there anyway. So the current thought is find someplace else for all that shit. We're going to change over here too. That box is going to Becky. She's going to clean it up and use it. That box is staying in here. That one can come over here where this one is, so we can leave all that alone. And we cut the shelf off. Just take that section of shelf out. No big deal. And everything should fit in here nicely. That's the tentative plan. Tentative plan. So, yeah, would have been so much easier if I could have got the one I was after, and I've checked, every day since we couldn't get one. And there's still nothing close enough to try to go get. Excuse me, but it would fit a lot better on that thing. And I was going to get sneaky and mix that up and start going over this, but I had 2 zip ties on here and I moved a little, so I put one back on it. It's good and tight. So that'll set till tomorrow, finish curing. I mean, if I have to, I can probably run a screw through the middle, but I don't want to do that and take a chance of catching a wire. Or I just leave the zip ties on, trim them off, and dope over them. We'll see what happens with that too. Kind of like everything else. We'll see what happens. Ty's getting those calves done for the night. She gave me orders to go feed the back barn since the front barn is done. Bales are fed. That's what I know. Ah, look. There she is playing with one. There's mist mud in the top hole now. And when it was in the top hole, it's now at the bottom.
Yeah, she don't like it.
She apparently didn't like it at the bottom.
She didn't want to go down there.
She didn't want to go down there because that wasn't her hole.
She had the biggest space.
And little Miss Sapphire is going to come get some water. And then she'll flop those two. Or maybe not. I don't know. Yeah. They can be next to somebody different, at least on one side that way. So, probably call that a video. Watching Sapphire drink. Watch that all day, couldn't you? Yeah, make sure you can see. That's how longer my arm is without getting up. I'll go down and look through the crack. One thing I wanted to get done today that we didn't get to is I didn't get any straw in for the 2-year-olds, but that's okay. I'm not looking forward to trying to get in and around in there anyway. Maybe Penelope will be nice, maybe she won't. Penelope's grandmother was Leapin' Lena. And Leapin' Lena is a calf about that size, maybe even a little smaller. Ty was halter breaking her so she could make a show cow out of her.
She was 4 months old.
Okay, that's still smaller than that one. And literally, she almost hit that beam up there.
She did.
She leaped. And that's how she was in the show ring, too.
No.
She was good for Ty, but when the judge would switch,
God help you.
God help the poor kid that got a hold of her in showmanship. Because she'd start to leap and just everybody freaked out.
She totally screw you over in showmanship, unless you were her mom.
And her mother is Dancer, who Cassie showed one year. Not near as bad as Lena, but still kind of stubborn, kind of like Penelope there. Anyway, see them shuffle around and have a little fun. Well, they look on going, oh no, we're next.
Well,
suckers.
Bud will still be tied up with them.
Yeah, or she'll come back in later.
No.
Oh,
She gets the longest. She gets jail duty.
You're going to torment her.
She cracked my kneecap. My cow actually broke the son of a bitch last night.
Yeah, so she's having too much fun jumping. But anyway.
Well, the great thing is I can't feel part of it because it's been cut open so many times because of the bottom part right here.
That's the end of our Friday. And George let me know about 45 minutes ago or a half hour ago that he made it down to Eugene and got unloaded and was headed home. So he'll get home in time for supper. And
I love Pete.
Ty filled out the transportation slip for everything, and he said, "Yeah, tell Ty next time she needs to remember to put the zip code on."
I normally always remember.
The good thing is, the gals in the office down there, they've got the zip code for here, and they've got the zip code for her house already. All you gotta do is look back. Doesn't take too much. Most of them are usually pretty good about doing that. So, hope you all had a great Friday. Hope everybody has a great Saturday. Thanks for watching, and we'll see what the hell tomorrow brings.